impromptu events. I figured I'm playing DCS, may as well stream it, you know? I'm not feeling especially saucy this evening or anything. Just kind of chill, relaxing, flying the F-86, which is, it's always been kind of got a soft spot for the Saber. That was one of my late brother's favorite planes. And we saw an air show one time when we were younger. F-86 flown by the late Dale Snodgrass just totally ripped it up at an air show my brother and I saw one time when we were kids. Like he would do some crazy shit, like do a loop and then use the ground effect to level out at the bottom. And we're like, dude, you're gonna break that thing. He didn't. Well, maybe he did, but not visibly to us. Anyway, that guy was insane, and we got to watch him fly the Saber. It was freaking impressive. I'm just glad I wasn't one of the guys that had to maintain his jets. But you know, since then my brother was like, "Oh, I love the F-86." The F-86 and the A6 Intruder were his favorites. So is that I think my brother would have liked this. Yeah, anyway, I didn't really plan on streaming tonight. You know, I'm not in my usual making stupid jokes kind of mood. I'm just flying and you know, we'll see what we can do. Hang on, I'm going to shut down some things and get so I can see the chat here, guys. Give me a second. Make sure I'm live. There we are. Okay. Yeah, so this is reflected mission 1 of the Hunters over the Yalu campaign by Reflected, who's spacebar channel 2. Make sure we're on the right channel. I haven't flown this plane in years. I flew a couple of patterns over the runway and shot down a MiG in a practice mission, but like a minute ago. But I am rusty.
Nothing reported this time. Proceed to the target area.
Which I think was heading, if I remember correctly, it's going to be a heading of 10 degrees for 70 miles. All right, easy enough. Do we get a compass bug in this jet? So this mission is close air supports. Cruise at 80 to 85% throttle. So they can keep up with you. Excellent advice. Might save a bit of gas there too. That's compass correction, not the compass bug. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to remember 10. Let's climb up through this shit. So as far as jets go, there's a few planes in DCS that no matter what mission you're flying, no matter what's going on, what the scenario is, there can be no scenario. It could be just you in an open world with nobody else in it. And there's a few planes in DCS that are just going to make you smile. On the top of that list is the F-86 Saber, right? This thing is fun to just fly. There's something so well balanced about this jet. It's a jet. It's fast. It can technically, if you're in a dive, break the sound barrier. It's high subsonic. It turns really, really well. Like, it's just the aerobatic performance in this thing is so stable and predictable, yet so snappy and responsive. It's just so well balanced that you can't fly the Saber and not smile about it. It's just that good. You can see why so many Air Forces held on to them for so long. I gotta test this, but I'm thinking that with how well this thing performs at high subsonic speeds, like that transonic region kind of, I want to test this out against more, you know, guns only, obviously, but testing it out against something like the Hornet, the F-16, the F-15, Mirage F1, F5, 21, stuff like that. Kind of like my own little Operation Feather Duster. I'm gonna call it Operation Pigeon Feathers. Just gonna see how it does, and just really good energy retention, like good pitch authority, like excellent roll rate. I mean, just boom. You know, just it's snappy, and you can't fly the Saber and be grumpy about anything. It's just that good. Well, until you fight the AI MiG-15, they're pretty broken. They climb better than F-15s do. I think maybe somewhere along the line, somebody switched out the F-15's climb performance for the MiG-15's climb performance, and you know what I'm talking about. The AI F-15s in DCS can just zoom climb like nobody's business. I'm gonna fly a circle here to let my flight catch up. Hey, what's up, cat? My cat's saying hi. She's extremely corpulent.
Eagle to Boston Control. Checking out. Returning to base. Roger.
And let's cheat real quick. I want to see how my flight's doing, because how is their Uzi flight? Because actually, I don't think the Uzi existed yet at this time of game. Actually, you know, these little indicators when you're looking back, these little kind of bank indicators on the canopy, that's pretty damn handy, I gotta say. For DCS, like, you can actually like have a much easier time coordinating your. Yeah, I like that. That's a cool little feature. These two, if it's basic and it works, it's what is it? If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid. Yeah, but it's not a. Never mind. You know, I'm not firing on all one cylinders this evening, guys. It's don't expect my normal trash tier banter. It's gonna be worse than usual. That's why I'm not flying the F-16. I just don't want to think too much. Oh yeah, that's a reprobative beverage I'm drinking. Oh yeah, that's dry. Wow. The wine of the evening is a Kirkland brand Costco.
I just hope we don't run into Casey Jones. He hasn't been seen in a while. Who the hell is Casey Jones?
Dude, it's the guy with the hockey stick and the golf clubs and the mask.
He's flying a red-nosed MiG, and whenever he shows up, our boys die. He's like a ghost, impossible to catch.
That dude's in New York, and he's not around until the...
Humbug. I don't believe in ghosts. Let's focus on the mission, shall we?
Casey Jones doesn't show up until the 80s. Actually, yeah, and unless, well, actually, on the Ninja Turtles, I'm not a big Ninja Turtles guy. I mean, I like Ninja Turtles. I read the comics, you know, back in the day when they were still black and white. They were pretty grainy for that time period. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, in Ninja Turtles, I don't know. Maybe you guys can answer. Is there time travel in that fiction? I know there's Dimension X and all that, but I don't know if there's actual time travel. It's kind of like Rick and Morty. People think, oh, it's a time travel show. It's like, no. I haven't caught up on the last season or two, but there's, to my knowledge, no actual time travel. You just kind of Mandela effect it. like that and think there is, but it's portals. Interdimensional travel, but not, strictly speaking, time travel that I'm aware of. Yeah, I told you guys it wasn't going to be like the best stream in the world, so here we are. Anyway. Yeah, Casey Jones. You call this here and that there a family? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm really going to have to crank the throttle back for my flight to keep up. Learning the power curve, the throttle power curve in this. It has been a while, guys. I should have set a timer because I don't know. I guess that's subbing for the Yalu. No, this should be the Yalu. But no, we shouldn't cross the Yalu because that would violate. You know, you don't want to piss off China, I guess. I'm gonna cheat. Alright, we're not so far off. I'm gonna come left a little bit. Next time I'm gonna try to do actual dead reckoning and do the compass correction thing. I'm just here to goof around and kind of relax a little bit this evening. Hey Google, what's the wingspan of a MiG-15? 33 feet. I have got, for the last 4 days, the song Supermassive Black Hole by Muse stuck in my head. It's not a bad thing. That song rocks. Yeah, so the I'm sorry, not the MiG. The F-86 is kind of like this sweet spot between classic stick and rudder flight and jet power. It's got that visceral, personal, one-on-one. Well, I don't know about one-on-one, but it's a gunfighter. Analog, everything, but it's a jet, so you still have that kind of super zippy, roaring jet engine feel to it. But at the end of the day, it's a scrapper. Gonna do another lazy circle here to let my flight catch up. These guys really need to expedite. And also I may have to, I just rebound my controls for the F-86. Last time I flew this was like 2 computers ago, so I gotta rebind everything, so I may have to adjust as we go through here. Hang on, I'm getting some texts here. I'm going to check them. Did something happen? Hang on a minute. Oh, we're good. Nobody died. Okay. At least not today, that I know, personally or famously. But next time I'll try to do it right, guys, as far as navigation goes.
Control the rooster leader. Our Marines have encountered heavy enemy opposition at the edge of the woods at Love Man 0525. Turn to a heading of 062, provide air support. The target will be marked by red smoke. Do not engage south of the river. Over.
Alright, so anything moving north of the river?
Boston Control, Roger.
Alright, there they are down there.
Dropping on red smoke north of the river. Over.
Marked on the map. That's nice of them. There's a lot of marks on the map. No, I think we got this. .062, not .065. Alright, let's see. Looks about right. There's the, there's our folks duking it out, I think. There's the river. I think. We're gonna have to head to the deck. That'll be fun. Super massive black hole. Do I have everything set up as far as bombs go? Fuse delay. Yeah, let's do that.
This is Blue Leader. Control's about. They've got some MiGs.
What?
Looks like they haven't seen us. Keep looking for that red smoke.
Let's yeah, if they want to fight, they're you're gonna have to come down here, Khan. You're gonna have to come down here. Our job is cast today, so we're not gonna worry about the MiGs until after we get our bombs off the rails. Racks, whatever. Yes, I know there's a difference. For spacebar to report the red smoke. Well, when I see it. See if we can pop up and acquire. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Wait, I think I see something over that way. Glaciers melted in the dead at night. Maybe that's it. Okay, so I think I'm going to turn back around and head down this Death Star trench here. We already got a trench run on our first mission. I'm pretty good with that. And I just want to take a moment to say Sometimes this game is just freaking beautiful. It's important, I think, to take those moments and be like, you know what? Look at what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not really doing this, but as close as we can get. And it's really, sometimes those moments are pretty striking. If you guys are like me, you grew up reading stories about the guys who did this. Every book you can find, you know what I'm talking about? Trying to just get yourself in the cockpit, trying to imagine what it must have been like. And then here we have DCS. So nothing is perfect, but the fact that this lets us experience it this convincingly is pretty damn cool. I gotta wonder, people who were actually there, I gotta wonder what their take on this would be. There.
This is Restaurant Leader. We've got visual. Attacking now.
Gotta watch those negative G's in this thing. Pretty sure I heard the bombs come off the pylons. Boom. Got him. AKs in Korea. Damn. The commies are overpowered already. No, I get it. I don't really think that, guys. Okay. Let's get on the horn with the wingman. I'm gonna have to bind that.
Good hit. Good hit. Watching the Rooster Leader. Good hits on the targets. There's still some spread machine gun fire. We need you to do another strafing run. Over.
You know, as a Warthog guy, I'm all about that. Let's see.
That's right. Burn, you commie bastard.
I'm just here wondering why my wingmen are not winging.
Flight. Attack primary target and rejoin.
I am on the correct channel, which is channel 2. They are just mutinous. Bad shot. Let's see if this works.
Flight. Engage targets of opportunity.
They should be on channel 2.
Lost control of the rooster leader. You're cleared to RTB. Good job. Copy that. All right, boys. Let's go home.
Should probably save some ammo in case the MiGs decide to get spicy with us on the way home. I mean, that sounds like a good time to me, but... Seems like it's just a bunch of trucks out here, so let's just head back. So reciprocal, it's going to be 190. From where I was, so that's actually not correct. So let's do that for now, and then we'll fix it. Or I could just head to the coast and do pilotage and head back to Batumi by, visual shit. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna I would love to exhaust my ammo on ground targets, but I know the MiGs may decide to have a party, and I'm here for that. Even if my entire flight of 8 Sabers does not respond to radio commands right now. We know I know how to drop bombs. Let's, but that's not why we're here in the F-86. We are here to go on fighter sweeps and taunt the commies and bring them out to fight, where we will lure them to their death and shoot them down in gratuitous numbers. Now this, okay, so if you have, if you go way back into my channel, I think it's my Spitfire versus Anton video where I kind of like did a half-assed effort to deep dive into something which contradicts, yeah, I did an okay job, I would suppose, but I could have done a lot better. I did point out that in aviation history, there's not a lot of more interestingly balanced in engaging matchups than the F-86 versus the MiG-15. I gotta say, they're so similar and yet so different and so evenly matched and different, but not exactly the same, that it's just kind of a... If there was ever a fair fight where you're playing strengths against weaknesses and training versus training and like how good actually are you and the best pilot's going to win, I think you couldn't really do a whole lot better than the MiG-15 versus the Saber. Man, what a difference. Climbing in a jet versus something like the Mustang. Yeah. Like, I'm already past, like, Angels 10, and thing's not even breaking a sweat. This thing is amazing. It's,
Leader to Boston Control, airborne with 16 Sabers.
I mean, I'm down to mix it up with these guys
Control to Cobra, 330, Angels 32, over.
if I had,
Roger,
you know...
330, Angels 32, Cobra out.
the rest of my flight with me, and they actually responded to radio commands. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, it looks like they're friendly, though. I mean, I damn hope so. 8 on 12, like me and 7 AI wingmen against 12 AI MiG-15s. I'll take that bet, but just me versus 12, and my flight's way back there, and even if they were with me, wouldn't respond. Anyway, that doesn't sound too good to me. Anywho. Yeah, Batumi. Where's Batumi from here? About like this. Got about 40% of a tank. Doing all right. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, so it's kind of sleepy evening. The wine has got a nice soporific effect. Let me tell you, it's not the best tasting wine I've ever had. It's not the worst. I mean, for $7, I mean, if you can drink it, if you can choke it down, and it's doing the job, then you know you got what you paid for.
Flight, RTB.
Let's see if they listen to that command. This might be a problematic campaign if my flight does not respond to radio commands. There's Batumi down there, I believe. No, that's Cavalletti. Okay, so we got some time to go. Also take note, the Mach meter. Mach 0.9. And the jet starts acting kind of weird. Yeah. But it's still controllable, you see. You know what? Let's get saucy. You feel like going supersonic and something that isn't quite rated for it? Let's do that. There may be something I need to remember about this. Like maybe, you know, critical Mach numbers, compressibility, something, yada, yada, yada. Gonna lock out my controls and I'm gonna, you know, go ballistic and hit the ground. Not be able to pull out of the dive. Yeah, you know, details. And somehow I seem to be decelerating. But that's because sound... Okay, whatever. So my airspeed is what it is, but the speed of sound changes with air density. So my Mach meter went down, but my airspeed went up. Isn't that cool? Now the Mach meter is going up. Let's see if we can unload the wings enough to get me. This thing is almost wants to break the sound barrier. Oh man, it's getting wobbly and weird. But we're here for it. Yeah, I'm gonna pop my engine. I'm gonna pull the power back. Yeah, it gets pretty jumpy. DCS things, know what I'm talking about? I'm hearing a kind of a moan, kind of like I had the speed brakes out. I know I don't. Yeah. That's a good looking aircraft, I gotta say.
Cobble Eddy. Forward 1. Inbound.
Let's see if they actually listen.
Booster to Boston Control, checking out, returning to base. Boston Control to Rooster, roger, out.
Atumi. Forward 1. Inbound.
No reply. Guess I'll make my approach from the water here. Mach 0.8. Damn, that's 480. The speeds in this, it's weird, right? You get used to something like the Mustang. You know, high speed. You know, you want to keep that the sweet spot speed. You know, if you're going over 300, it's like, oh man, I'm over 300 miles per hour. I can hit 440 in that beast. But this, I'm at 450 and I'm at idle. This thing, the advances in aviation tech between 1920 and let's go late 60s, 1970. I don't think we're ever going to see that again. That was just insanity, guys. Like, not that much that quick. As far as, you know, damn, I hate that sound. Performance goes. Speed records, altitude records, climb records, all that stuff. Like, that shit was insane. I'm at idle, my speed brakes are out, and it won't slow down. That's how slick this plane is. Or, I broke my speedometer. It froze over. That's what happened. Yeah. Okay, well. Let's hope for the best. Yeah, my pitot probably froze. I don't know where the pitot heat switch is. So what probably happened is I descended, either broke my pitot or it froze just the tip. And I'm not getting good readings on airspeed, so hopefully my gear is down. It appears to be. I mean, instruments are really just suggestions anyway, right? Who needs numbers? This guy does. Yeah. Save it or go around? What do you think? Real life, go around. DCS, save it. Yeah. Yeah, nope. 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 You know what? That was horrible. Ah, knows we were you! I was fine until... Apparently I need more pattern work in this thing. Before my next mission, I will fly the pattern. Until I'm tired of it. You guys want to stick around for that? I know. Like, pattern work, what could be more thrilling than watching some random ass... random ass dude on the internet fly a pattern in an F-86. I'm not weird, you're weird. Fuck off. Yeah, so what happened is my lost rudder authority and I kicked in nose wheel steering and turned it too hard, and then I hit the wing on the ground. Noted. The wing's still on. Still trying to get a feel for that power curve on this thing. You can hear the engine like going up and down. That's me trying to like figure it out. Got some work to do in this thing, that's for sure. I think that's it. Pretty easy to shut down. There's not much to it. Yeah, so before I risk another landing like that, I think I'm going to fly the pattern a couple more times just to kind of defuckify my process. So 5 vehicles, sounds good. Not a bad start to this campaign. Committed fratricide. I've lost all my combat scores. Yeah, I don't think so. Pretty quite sure I didn't do that, but whatevs. Let's see. I guess my bombs maybe, but no, they hit right on the river. Like, I don't think... whatever. I ain't worried about it right now. Breaks off at 80 now. On the ground, it doesn't really pick up speed as much as you might think. 40 rotates. Gear up. Flaps up. So, that weird thing I've been doing lately when I'm trying to... So, when I'm flying World War II stuff, especially the Mustang and the Spitfire, I've gotten really weird about this. But I think it's going to help when I switch over to the Corsair. I'll do my overhead brake, and then my goal is to take the brake as soon as possible and keep that as tight as possible and as vertical as possible. And just make that, you know, that turn as tight and aggressive as possible, and then touch down. With the jets, you can't... What's cool about a recip engine is that throttle responses are instant. I mean, you may have turbo lag, but at this altitude, it doesn't really matter too much. So, you know, with the jet, especially this old beast, you got a lot of turbo lag. So, in the pattern, you got to think ahead a lot more than you might otherwise. Well, I mean, just generally with the jet, you got to think faster because it's covering a lot more distance in the same amount of time. Which reminds me of, I do have another YouTube channel cooking, and it's going to be way less popular than this one. You guys are going to love it. Let's call this a carrier style approach, sort of. Alright, so we're at 450, which means we need to pull 4G. Or 4.5 anyway. Gear speed, close enough. Flaps down. Sink rate's too high already. Still got my speed brakes out. Just gonna leave them there, I think, to get the engine revs up a little. Trim it. little hard, huh? Trying to aero brake, and you can see that's I'm not very good at it. I've got to get better at flying this thing at low speed. So let's try that one more time. One more time, and then we'll get into some shooty shoots. Damn, this wine sucks. That's rough. Wow. That is not good. It's horrible. Okay, what was that altimeter setting? 30. What are we at? Now I'm just going to set it at 0. Field altitude. There we go. Alright. Crank it up. Let's go brakes off around 85%. No. Airspeed moving. 90. 120. Rotate. Gear up. Flaps up. So, last time I came in the brake, I was a little fast. Trying to go from 400 down to landing speed is probably asking a little much of this thing. So, let's see. Overhead at 300 maybe? Let's try 300 knots, 1,000 feet, see what we do. Trying to capture 150. I got 140. Needs work, but not too bad. A little low. I was shooting for 800 and I'm at, yeah, that's not good. Need a little more. This is not like a, this is not a Mustang, guys. No, it's going to overshoot the, yeah, my alignment's going to be all jacked up. This is, yeah, alright, I'm just going to go around. This is fucked. Alright, so I can't do that tight pattern. I can't, right now, my skills, I cannot do that super tight, very vertical descent. So what are we going to do instead? 500 feet, need a little more. Alright, 1,000 feet. This is not a shit hot break. This is a piss cold break. Let's call it. Alright. Break. You also need an... You know, I'm thinking this is just an Air Force jet and it just needs to be babied. Yeah. Whew. Sneezy. This is looking better already. Okay, this feels better. Right. Still trying to get used to that turbo lag. Idle. Too fast. Breaks out. This is shit. No, this is gonna be way too fast. Look at my sync rate. Let's see if we can pop it out. There ain't no flare big enough to cut this out. Land, damn it. This thing does not like to lose speed. Anytime now. When you go to air brake it and it just pulls back up into the sky, that's a problem too. Gonna run out of runway. Yeah. Let's just not do this. Screw it. Let's do it live. Another ground attack, huh? Enemy convoy? Supply column must never reach the lines. Obliterate each and every truck, car, and horse-drawn carriage, wheelbarrow, whatever you find. Love it. Channel 2. I think I might need to have EC radio on for this because last mission I had it all set right and they didn't do anything. Where's easy communications? I never use that shit. Let's crash auto recovery. Oh, gotcha. All right, here we go. Hitting 4-7. Okay, easy enough. I can remember that.
Good afternoon,
turn on the
gentlemen.
ground power.
HQ called in an enemy supply column that was spotted in Love 940 just north of the lakes, headed towards the front line. The Marines have halted an enemy push in Love Mike 28, but they can't hold for much longer. That supply column must never reach the lines. You must obliterate every truck, car, outhouse, horse-drawn carriage, wheelbarrow. I don't care. Whatever you find out there, it dies. Engine start in 10 minutes. Take off at 17:45 hours, form up at 3,000 feet, and head towards Love 940. We'll go in at Angels 8, switch to Channel 2 for the duration of the mission so that Boston Control can update you on the situation. Keep an eye out for that flak. There is a heavily defended town just north of the lakes, not to mention small arms fire all over the front line. Good luck.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Copy. Ground power is now off.
Think we're good. Brakes in. All right, let's ride.
At to me. Forward 1. Request takeoff.
Is my radio audio working now? That'd be great. I feel like it's a synchronized swimming team. Where are you guys going? What the hell? Never mind what I said about a functioning radio. That might be a major problem. Oh, really? Bit of a wind on that one. Well, at least I'm hearing them on the radio. That does bode well for radio commands later on. Bode. I may have to refill this shitty wine here. I'm running out. Nail polish remover with a slight hint of grape. I deserve nothing better, that's for damn sure. Alright, good enough. Let's take a heading 047 and try to shoot some rockets at some things.
046, over. Roger, 046, Rooster out.
DCS has its moments, that's for sure. Pretty cool, huh?
Torpedoes to Boston, call. Airborne with 8 Sabers, heading to the target area. Copy that.
So the question is, do I go get more wine or not? You know one funny thing, so I'm looking over here and I see USAF, right? What I have noticed, because DCS is a very international community, which is super, super fucking cool. I love that shit. But I have noticed people who are not from the United States will read that and pronounce it USAF. I have never once in the United States heard anybody say USAF. They say USAF or Air Force or something, but I've never heard anybody call it the USAF unless they're not from here. Which is, the way things are going, probably really good for them. Not great times, guys. They're not horrible, at least not yet. But they have all the hallmark. You know, you didn't come here for this, but events have, per my study of history, all the hallmarks of things about to go quite shitty. So take care of yourselves and take care of the people who matter to you. And we'll get through it. There's a lot of anger out there. A lot. And it all stems from, a lot is from misinformation. There's a lot of lies out there. The lies are intended to make us angry at each other. My thoughts. A lot of it comes from fear. That's some dark side shit. People who are afraid, whether it's a legitimate fear, like a real fear, like paranoia to the person who's paranoid is real to them, and you can't really convince them otherwise. It doesn't matter how many facts you throw at them; they're gonna see you as part of the threat now. So that's kind of what we're facing, and you cannot deal with that by merely being correct. you have to, I think you have to listen first before you can really start to address that kind of stuff. You have to build a rapper, you have to build connections and really listen to somebody, and whether you agree with what they're saying or not, listen anyway and try to understand how they got there. And when you can do that, you've got the first biggest step taken care of. And then you start building. Then you can start rebuilding the culture, I guess. Whatever your beliefs happen to be, I think we all need each other. We need all the different perspectives on different things. We're not always going to agree, but that's kind of a good thing. We shouldn't. The strength comes from pluralism. Yeah. This, I believe.
We're checking out.
You didn't come here for that, did you? But
Roger,
hey,
good show.
that's what's flowing today. I'm in a weird freaking mood. But what's new? Burp. I need to get some music going in this bitch. So what can I play that's not gonna break some YouTube shit? Fuck it. I'm just gonna put some tunes on. Give me a sec. Stand by. I'm trying to get some music going. That'll do. How's that? How's the balance? Am I being heard? Can you hear me over that? Yeah? I hope so. That should do it. Alright. Cool.
Target Eagle to lost control. Target inside. Rolling in. Roger. This is Target Eagle. Target destroyed. Error by shooting face on barrel. Don's RTV. Roger them. You're cleared to RTV. Good job.
Ooh, tally.
Enemy trucks, 12 o'clock low. Roger, I see him. Booster going in. Watch the anti-aircraft fire, boys.
Why are my rockets not going?
4-2, tally triple A at ball 26043.
Shit! Mix!
What?
Where? How many? I don't know. Get them to split past me.
Well, let's get rid of these rockets real quick. No, I see him. Okay.
Flight. Engage targets of opportunity.
No, bad call.
Flight. Engage bandits.
clusterfuck that pretty good. But he's dead and I'm not, so I'll take it. Where are those ground targets? Damn, I felt like I'd never flown this thing before. That wasn't good.
Flight. Engage targets of opportunity.
Copy. 3, engaging air defenses. 3, running in. Guns. 3, target destroyed. 3.
And I'm dry. Okay, let's get out of here.
Contact air defense target. 12 o'clock. Force 1.
Not as effective as I could have been. That's for damn sure.
Running in. Guns. 3, target destroyed. 3. 4, running in. 4, guns. 4. Engaging bandits.
Flight. Engage bandits.
3, affirm. 2, 3, rejoin. 2, rejoin. 4, affirm. 4, rally bandit, 1 o'clock.
Somebody better watch out. Somebody's about to get 37 millimeter. Dude, break.
Rally bandit, 8 o'clock. 2, bingo fuel. 2, RTB. pal. You've got a massive hole behind your landing gear. I think you may also have a hydraulic leak. Blueston leader to Blue 3. Return to base and eject over the field. Negative, Rooster leader. I have nothing. All right, let's go home. I'll see you back at base. That's an order, Blue 3.
Damn right, listen.
I got a couple of holes to bed. Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't land with that shit, dude. Anyway. As we were. Fun mission. I could have done a ton better than that. I should have shot down 2 MiGs and blown up a lot more trucks. But I missed with my rockets a lot. And missed with my guns a lot. Need to get some gunnery practice in. But this is fun. Woo! Yeah, negative pushovers in the 86 will red you out pretty quick.
RTB.
Booster aircraft, RTB. Roger, returning to base. Roger, out. This is Blue 3. My controls are not responding. Shit, my canopy is jammed.
Get out, bro. That does not sound good. Well, I think this is going to do it for me today.
Atumi, Ford 1, inbound. Atumi, Ford 1, request landing.
wind on this one. Yeah, it's pretty stiff. Okay. Well, this is gonna look weird. A little hard. Ooh, that sucked. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, balls. What did I break? That was shit. I don't have the hang of the landings in this thing yet. Well, nothing broken permanently, or... Well, I got a MiG and some ground targets. Can't complain. Damn, I'm better than this. Burp. And that's probably it for the day. No ground targets that give me credit for? That's crap. I know I got whatever, doesn't matter. I guess I hit him, I just didn't kill him. Good enough for a day's work. Alright, I'm gonna call it. Thanks for watching. Good hunting out there, and I'll catch you on the next one. Next stream hopefully will be better than this one. I know this was kind of just like impromptu and not really that great, but we'll do better next time, yeah?